So I just read about how some features only work if they're enforced server-side. That's wild. What do you think that means for user control?
Right? It's fascinating to think about how certain functionalities just can't be trusted on the client side. Can you imagine the implications?
Exactly. Like, it makes you wonder about security and privacy. If it's enforced server-side, is our data safer or just hidden?
Oh, that's interesting because many users feel like they have control when in fact the server is doing all the heavy lifting.
Yeah. And let's not forget the complexity behind that. So if the server has all the power, where does that leave the average user?
Good question. It almost feels like a trade-off between usability and security. Users get intuitive features but lose some control.
Right? It's like handing over your keys for the promise of a smoother ride. What if the ride isn't as smooth as it seems?
Totally. And think about how that impacts developers. They have to create these robust systems that users have faith in.
Oh wow, if developers are basically gatekeepers now, does that also mean they need more accountability?
Absolutely. And this brings us to the concept of ethical development. It's a big deal when it comes to balancing power.
So you're saying, like, developers are almost responsible for not just the tech, but for user trust too? That's a lot of weight.
For sure. And it's interesting how that dynamic shifts. Users might think they have control when they really don't.
And it makes me wonder if there's a better way to design these systems so users feel more engaged and informed.
Yeah, maybe transparency is key. Like if users understood what was happening behind the scenes.
Oh, that's a big one. Imagine a system where, as users, we can see how our data is being used. That'd be a game changer.
Definitely. It reminds me of those data dashboards some apps are trying out. They show you your usage stats and allow adjustments.
Exactly. But do you think that's enough? Sometimes just seeing the data can still feel overwhelming.
True. Maybe it's about context. Users need guidance on how to interpret and act on that data, not just the data itself.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's like educating users while giving them access, creating a partnership of sorts.
Right. A user-friendly interface paired with educational resources could really enhance that experience.
Wow, so many layers to this. And it shows how complex tech actually is behind the scenes.
For sure. And it's not just about making things work. It's also about the user's emotional journey with the tech.
Exactly. If we can make tech feel more personal and less like a black box, that shifts the whole relationship.
That's so true. It's all about making technology feel more human. Like it's there to assist, not control.
Unity in technology and humanity. Now that's a brilliant concept. What would the ideal balance look like for you?
I think it would be a system where users feel empowered, informed, and comfortable, knowing their choices matter.
That's beautiful. And I guess the tech world could benefit from acknowledging that emotional component.
Definitely. Companies should aim for that emotional connection, like how brands make users feel valued.
Speaking of value, I wonder how much of that translates into user loyalty. What do you think?
Yes, users who feel acknowledged are more likely to stick around. It's all about creating that sense of belonging.
That's a light bulb moment. The more we humanize tech, the more loyalty we can foster. Crazy how it loops back.
Exactly. It's like creating a community rather than just users. What a different approach.
But wait, how do we actually measure this sense of belonging? That kind of complicates things.
Very true. Maybe through user feedback and metrics that assess emotional engagement rather than just interactions.
Oh, that's clever. So it's about finding tangible ways to capture those intangibles like feelings.
Exactly. It's a challenge, but I feel like it could open up new avenues for innovation in tech.
Now I'm excited. This whole journey is making me rethink how we approach user experience altogether.
Right? It's like a puzzle where we're just starting to unlock different pieces to connect the whole picture.
And that's the beauty of it. As we explore these ideas, we're essentially paving the way for a better tech future.
Yes, and it starts with conversations like this. Let's keep peeling back those layers and discovering more.
Absolutely. There's so much to unravel, and I can't wait to explore more of these concepts together.
Me too. And who knows, we might just inspire some groundbreaking tech change along the way.